so much. Thank you for all that you're doing.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your work.
great.
You're doing great stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm so famous.
This is Daniel Ryan Spalding. He's a well-known comedian amongst the LGBTQ community. Most people in Israel and the Jewish world hadn't heard of him, but just a few days after Hamas brutally attacked Israel on October 7th, Daniel decided to post a video criticizing supporters of the terror group. And that video went viral.
I think it's a little ironic that the people who seem to be defending Hamas online are also the ones they'd be most likely to kill. Oh, no, I'm sure the Islamic terrorists would love you, queer intellectual feminist. We're freedom fighters. They're fighting for their land, and I'm fighting for my right to purple hair. What the f? It's like a girl in a really toxic relationship. I know you don't like him because he kidnaps and murders people, but trust me, when I'm alone with him, he is such a sweetheart.
Today, Daniel has become a household name in Israel for his unfiltered support, despite having any personal connection to the country.
Today I am going to be exploring Haifa, or as I call it, the Haif. Haifa is in the north of Israel, and it's a really cool town because it's very mixed. There's lots of Jews and also lots of Christian Arabs here. People have this idea of Israel. All they see is like small little clips of like settler violence in the West Bank. And then you come to Tel Aviv and you realize, oh my God, this is such an amazing city. This is such an amazing place. And so many people just won't allow themselves to even intellectually grasp the idea that this place exists. This is what Tel Aviv is like. It's multiracial. There's people of different religions. Israelis come in all different colors, religions. Like Jewish people are black, Jewish people are brown, Jewish people are white.
Daniel only visited Israel for the first time in 2019, after being invited by some fans who liked his comedy.
I've been to university, I've traveled the world. I was in my 30s and I didn't really know much about Israel. I went to Tel Aviv, I went to Jerusalem, and I went to Bethlehem. And I was only here for 3 days. I really loved it. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool. And I doubted whether or not it was even ethical to come here. I remember having debates with myself being like, I don't know if I should even contribute to their economy by being a tourist, because Israel had been so demonized. And there's this constant, like, don't go to Israel, boycott Israel, don't normalize Israel. They're so evil. The way it had been portrayed to me was that there's Israel and there's Palestine, and Israel oppresses Palestine, Israel oppresses Palestine. People have no understanding of the fact that there is a problem with terrorism. If the terrorism stopped, the military occupation and the security restrictions would go down. That's the thing that people don't realize. In all of this propaganda, they've completely inverted the cause and the effect.
Since October 7th, Daniel has shifted his comedic content to focus on educating his followers about Israel, how diverse it is, and the issue of anti-Semitism.
I'm sorry, if your reaction to people being slaughtered, beheaded, raped, and burned alive isn't complete and utter disgust and horror, if your reaction is, yeah, but I mean, why? See it from their perspective, you need to get your head checked, okay? I'm sure Jeffrey Dahmer had a rough childhood. That doesn't mean I empathize with him. If you want to free Palestine from Hamas.
There are groups like the Islamic Republic of Iran. There are terrorist groups like Hamas, where their stated purpose is to commit a genocide against the Jewish people and destroy Western civilization. That's what October 7th was. The Muslim Brotherhood, their plan is to create an Islamic caliphate over the next 100 years. If you cannot acknowledge this, you're living in a delusion.
Daniel acknowledges that Israel isn't a perfect country, and he doesn't necessarily align with the decision-making of the Israeli government. But he's made it his mission to address propaganda that he believes is dehumanizing Israelis as part of a larger effort to destroy democracy, Western civilization, and the Jewish people as a whole, in an effort to spread Islamism.
Daniel, there are going to be people who will listen to what you're saying right now and say you're Islamophobic, or this whole narrative is Islamophobic.
Right. I am not against Muslim people. I am against radical Islamic terrorism that seeks to murder people, that seeks to kidnap people, that seeks to kill gay men, selling Yazidi women into sex slavery. I am against Islamism. Islamism to the east is what white supremacy is to the west. It's an extremist, oppressive way of living. I do not want to live under Sharia law, period. I don't think most people do. I want Palestinians to be able to be safe and to live happy lives. No one wants to have this conversation without putting all of the blame on Israel.
Where do you plan to go from here?
Just like keep doing my thing, keep living my fabulous life, and I'll just keep spreading the word and keep fighting for democracy and keep fighting for human rights and keep fighting for Israel and keep fighting for gay rights. And I think that that's what we have to do. We have to do it.